Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do some price analysis and take a look at Vechain, Zilliqa, DOT and some other ones, probably try and get 2 or 3 more in on top of that. First up, please make sure you do like this video, that you are subscribed to my channel, and let's crack on. So let's begin. We will start off with Bitcoin and we'll just run over what's been going on recently. And to be honest, it's not that much. We've been in pretty much a consolidation zone now. If you drop it right down to a 4-hour time frame, look at this now. We are pretty much ranging within this area, and we'll just mark it up because we do think that anything could potentially break out at some point. So we just need to be aware that this area now is considered what you could call the chop or the range, and it is sideways. And really what I'm looking at is mainly altcoins at the minute. I'm looking for a sideways Bitcoin, or a Bitcoin that is slightly decreasing, for altcoins to rally. I know we've had a bit of a shitty few days due to the XRP news that's come out that they are getting sued. So I mean, Bitcoin, I said, stayed very well, but if you look at the altcoins down here, I mean, we are bouncing back this morning, but it's been quite bad. I'll show you on a couple of them in a minute. But this is what we want. We want Bitcoin to stay ranging with this area and use this area pretty much of daily resistance. Don't go any higher than that, and just keep bouncing on here. Potentially, we could always come down to the 17,600 levels, 17,200 levels, but as long as we stay up above this neckline, I do think that's a good trading area. Trading within these two areas, it will be very good for altcoins. So let's start off, and we'll start off with Vechain. As you can see, it's not looking too good. I do most of my analysis on the daily time frame. If you're just not aware, these are support and resistance levels. On my right, you can see which purple is weekly, daily is green, and I have some monthly levels down here, which is in blue. I haven't got many monthly levels up here, as the all-time highs was not too far back. It was around then, so that's the highest it's ever been, and that's the first monthly level I've got really up there. So zooming into what's gone on recently, it's been, I think XRP has pretty much dragged the entire market down, which is, it's not ideal really, but it also gives you some potential areas to buy in if you have missed pretty much buying in down here. I mean, the potential is that we could come down to this weekly support level at pretty much 1 cent on the nose, so just be wary that it could come down, but it looks like we're climbing back up to this daily level of support at a minute. If we do push up today and close above this, then I think we should flip back bullish and start to push on. Because if you look at this, I mean, you could say we have broken the trend now. If you put a trend line on from bottom all the way to top, it was a good trend and it was holding very well, but I think the XRP news has pretty much fucked everything over. So it is a good time to get some orders, in my opinion. I can't see it going any lower than 1 cent, to be honest. I think the market is still quite bullish, even though we have broken this trend line. Trading lines can be very subjective, so if you're looking for an entry point, personally, I would have some orders bang on 1 cent, just in case the market does continue down. But if it doesn't, then personally, you need to monitor. If it starts pushing up and then we reject off 1.4 cent, I think you should have some orders in at pretty much 0.13 cent. So just monitor it today. We could get a good bounce back if you look at the price already, and the price range from that drop today to current prices, we've already jumped up 17%, so we know how volatile crypto is. So the potential is we could come back down here, so just monitor. I would monitor the daily close today to see how the market reacts. We have had a bit of a bounce on, if you can see some green down the right hand side here. So the potential is that we could start bouncing back up and reclaiming these levels. What we need to do is reclaim this level at 1.4 cent. Once we reclaim that, I think people will be a little bit more happy, because I think people have got the a bit of fear now, and they're pretty much selling. A lot of people have lost a lot of money on XRP. XRP is slightly bouncing up at a minute. If we just quickly jump to that, as you can see, we dropped right down. We're sat on monthly support at a minute at 2 point, well, it could go at 2.25 cents. So we did drop right through, but I think this level could be a good level to monitor, but I'm not going to look into XRP. I'll look at that in a minute. If we just finish up with VET, so that would have been a good area to have some orders in. Monitor the daily candle. If we do start pushing up here, then and close the daily candle above this weekly resistance, then personally I'd buy in, and hopefully we can start to push up. For us to turn bullish, we do need to close above this level here, as you can see. Where we've got quite a bit of trading within that area, so if we close the daily candle above there over the next week, then it's going to remain bullish and start pushing up. Hopefully we can start pushing up and getting some more highs, because this last few days has been absolutely dog shit. So that's Vechain. If we jump into Zilliqa, we know Zilliqa's been on a massive run. I've been doing price analysis on Zilliqa since we was down here in November, and I had loads of support and resistance levels down here, but I've just had to keep cancelling them out because I didn't think we were going to come down, and I don't think we're going to come any lower than this really. So if we have a zoom in, it's been on a massive run, and you would expect, I've said on my Twitter, that people have not been selling Zilliqa, and that's true. I mean, a lot of people have pretty much locked their Zilliqa up now for staking, so there's around 30% of the entire supply which is locked up, so there's not too much, I mean, not too much people to dump it, so that is good for a coin. So what we need to do is just have a look at some potential buy points. I mean, we may have missed them because we've had quite a significant drop there from the highs up to the lows, so we had a 22% drop, which is big, and we do need to realise that in bull runs we do get pullbacks, so that is pretty much a common thing. So don't worry if you manage to buy up here, don't shit your pants and sell it, because it is pretty much what happens in a bull run. As you can see, if you put a trend line on, I'm not a massive fan of trends, but you can see the trend is still intact. I mean, disregard that wick there if you want. Like I say, you can manipulate them how you want, you could have it like that, but I think the trend is looking good, to be honest, and we have come back down, bounced up off it, and I think really, if you're looking to buy in, I think anywhere under this level here of 5.8 cent will be a great area to buy in my opinion. I do think it's a great buy. Anywhere at 5 cent really would be a good buy, pretty much on this level here, this weekly support. If you're looking to buy, then have some orders here. We may wick down up to here, but we have bounced back up, and hopefully the market's going to turn bullish. So what we need to do next is to continue this bullish trend is pretty much close the daily candle above 0.65 cent. We've not been there yet, but we can start to triple up over the next 5 to 6 days, and if we do close above here, then this is the next target up here, massive weekly resistance at 0.76 cents. So I have got some other levels marked up, but I've been doing individual videos for Zilliqa price analysis, so once we do eventually get up to this area, check out my YouTube, because I will be doing some in-depth analysis on Zilliqa and have a look at some key levels that we could target. So that's Zilliqa and Vechain. We'll just jump back to XRP. I did touch on it briefly. Look at that, it looks absolutely horrendous, and I mean, we have wicked right down to, what did we hit, 21 cent. We have bounced back up, and we're currently using this level of monthly support at 25 cent. If you've managed to buy in up here and you're thinking, oh my god, what have I done, shall I sell now? I mean, you just need to monitor the price and monitor what's going on with regards to the legal case, because they have been charged, but I mean, Bitcoin has been banned about 100 times in its lifespan, so I don't think it's the end for XRP. It's just people are going to be fearful and selling their bags thinking that, oh, it's going to disappear, when I do think this project, I'm not the biggest fan, I don't hold any, but I have done in the past and made some money, and I do think it's a good network. I mean, the network scalability and speed is insane. It's probably one of the best out there, so it is a good project to hold. I mean, I might potentially look at some buys if you come down to this level at pretty much 20 cent on my nose, but I'm just monitoring that for now, and yeah, that's about it really. I mean, monthly support here at 25 cent, if that holds up, then this is the next level at 33 cent, and if we do start pushing up against these levels, then it's time for some bulls and start pushing up back up here. But I think once we do close the daily candle above 33 cent, I do think it's going to start turning bullish, and I'll do a separate analysis on XRP and have a look at some higher targets to target. So that's XRP, ZIL and VET. If we look at DOT, which is Polkadot, I'm a big fan of Polkadot. If we just drop into the daily time frame, zoom right out. I've said earlier on in my Twitter that this looks pretty much like Chop City. It's like a stable coin at a minute. I mean, it's been ranging with him. So we did shoot up to $6, and we've also been down to $3.55. So it is fairly big trading area, but as you can see, it is fairly stable, and any dips have been bought back up, and any highs have been sold into. So we are coming down here. I honestly expect it to bounce on here and start targeting up back up towards the $5 region. I'm going to do some further analysis into this on a separate video, and go through some support and resistance levels and see what's what, because currently I've not got anything marked up other than the all-time highs. I've just been buying anything I can pretty much with spare USD underneath $5. So the longer it stays under here, I mean, it's good for me, because in the future I do think that this is a solid project, and 2021 is going to be massive. We have parachains coming out, and that is pretty much same as what ERC20 is on the Ethereum blockchain, so that is again going to be massive. If we just drop into the 4 hour time frame and have a look what's going on here, I mean, if you're looking for buys, and you would pretty much bang the Fibonacci on, let's have a look here. This tool, where's the Fibonacci? It's up here, isn't it? If you're looking for buying, you would take this move, and I would have tagged it with 618 to buy, so we've already lost that. So this to me is a good area to buy in. If we just drop into 1 hour time frame and I'll look what's it saying on a fib, as you can see, we've come down a fair bit. Let's have a look at potential buying on the 1 hour time frame in case the market does just turn sour. So this is a potential buy zone here at pretty much $4.68. So monitor that. If we do reject off this area and come down, and this could be a good potential area to buy in, but so far it is looking bullish. On the 1 hour time frame, I want it to start breaking up and closing above these levels. Once it starts breaking up above, I mean, you could say this level here, once we break above there, then it's guns away and we can start targeting some highs, because I mean, all-time highs is not a million miles away. It's $6.80. We're currently at $4.80, so it's pretty much $2 away. So I think once we do close the daily candle above here, things are going to start looking good and we can start to push it on. So that's DOT. Let's have a quick look at RSR. I'm quite a big fan of RSR as well, but this is a very significant drop over the last this last week. If we just zoom right out on the daily time frame, we was pretty much trading up here. When was that? November, up at 2.6 cents, and we've rejected all the way down to 0.014. So I was looking to potentially have some orders in down here on the 0.14, but we have bounced back up. So I think next level for buys, if we do close the daily candle above here, is around this level at 0.16 cents. So 1.6 cent could be a good area to buy in, but if we do manage to push up and close the daily candle above 0.017, then things are going to start looking good. We've not got a ton of resistance above us, because as you can see, the all-time high is at 3.1 cent, which is not a million miles off, but it's pretty much about 80-90% from this move. Let's just have a work it out, see how my maths is doing. Oh, 80%. Should be a mathematician. So that is where it is from all-time highs. To remain in a bullish trend, because currently we are still bullish. I mean, if you look at this, wrong tool. If you look at this from down here, you could say we are in a bullish uptrend, and we have rejected off here. The daily candle is currently set on that level, so this could be the area to buy in. If we just put the Hitman on, let's have a look what that's saying. The Hitman works out when there's shifting market, man, and it's currently dropped to a bearish candle, so we would expect us to go down. Is that on today's candle? If we do push up and close the daily candle above this weekly level, that bear will disappear, because it acts on closures. So if we do close above that today, then I think that will disappear, and we will still remain in a bullish trend. I think this is a big shakeout in my opinion. I do think that this will disappear if we just push up back above this level at 0.17. So that's RSR. I do think that all-time highs will be targeted over the course of the next 2 to 3 months. I'm very, very bullish on altcoins now. I think market dominance, if you look at BTCD, look at that, we've absolutely mooned above that trend level that I had, and we're currently sat at, let's have a zoom right in, we're currently set at 70% market dominance. All altcoins have been absolutely dry bummed against BTC. So what we want, if we have I got it marked, so let's have a look on a weekly time frame. The last altcoin run was back then in 2017, and that's what happened with altcoin dominance. We shot from 71, which is quite funny, all the way down to these levels at 34. So I want that to happen again. Let me just mark that level up. Let's get rid of that now, because this is quite a significant area. If we just put the horizontal ray on a mark at top there, look at that. You couldn't write that. We have pretty much hit the same area as the highs of when was that, what date? 4th of December 2017. That's when it peaked, and now we have peaked at 21st December. So a few weeks later, we are currently in the same spot, and hopefully That now is a rejection area we're looking for. Reject and absolutely send it down here. What I'm looking for is a box, pretty much. Let's just copy and paste that. Copy that. Clone. And let's drag that over here. This is what we want to happen. If we can get that again, then hold on to your altcoins for dear life. Once the altcoin dominance comes all the way down, BTC dominance comes all the way down here, altcoins should be absolutely sky high, and that's when you look at selling into BTC and then riding them profits in BTC when the dominance starts to push back up. But this is looking very good for me. I do think that the potential is that we can start rejecting from here now. I think XRP has pretty much helped BTC dominance stay where it is and push up due to the fact that it dropped massive. You look at a daily candle, it's absolutely horrific. So we are looking to bounce up from here now, fingers crossed. So that's going to do it for today's analysis. That is just a brief run over XRP, Zilliqa, Vechain, and DOT and RSR. I will do another video next week after Christmas and everybody's fat full of mince pies. So if you have any requests, drop them in the comments for the projects you'd like me to take a look at. Have a look at some potential investment opportunities. So that will do it for today's video. Thanks very much for listening. I'll catch you next time.